Dear ladies, dear gentlemen, thank you for having me opening COGEN's annual conference as a keynote speaker. I do apologize that I cannot participate in person, but presidency duties kept me in Prague. Tomorrow we are hosting the informal meeting of Energy Minister in Prague, and as you may be aware, we will follow up to the informal meeting of European Council held in Prague last week. The energy crisis stirs our presidency up, and a solution for high energy prices is being solved on each and every level. It is our common goal to find a response to Russia's weaponization of Europe's gas supply. 70 years ago, in the wake of a devastating war, it was energy, specifically coal, that first brought European countries together to form a common market in quest for peace. Today, in a new era of war and geopolitical turmoil, it is energy once again, this time gas, that's threatening to tear the European unit apart. Our task as a presidency is not an easy one. The original plan of actions and workload of the Czech EU presidency was torn into pieces in February this year, and since then, first our French predecessors and since July us. We have been working days and nights with the European Commissions and you, your own colleagues, to safeguard our gas supplies for the upcoming heating season, but also for years to come. The pace with which we were able to reach consensus on crucial EU legislation is beyond our imagination. But the huge challenges require even bigger endeavours to be met. Not only have we agreed on a legislative framework for gas storage, but we have all successfully implemented into practice. We have even managed to meet our targets well in advance. We have been able to reach consensus on such a complex issue as how to systematically decrease our energy consumption. This will help us balance our energy demand with tighter gas supplies stemming from the need to rapidly substitute Russian fossil fuel supplies. Without this sacrifice, the impact of Russian war against us will hurt all of us much more. We have also introduced a temporary cap on revenues of inframarginal generators, for example nuclear, coal and some renewables, of €180 per megawatt-hour. Revenues above this cap will be used by member states to reduce energy costs for households and SMEs. Another possible measure is a solidarity contribution from companies in the fossil fuel sector. This contribution will amount to a minimum of 33% of excess profit. These funds will also be fully used to support consumers in each member state. With regard to assistance to large companies and industry, we have called on the Commission to extend and widen the temporary crisis framework so that we can support the industry. The second part of the energy package, with liquidity measures and gas price, should be presented by the European Commission hopefully soon, as requested during the informal summit of head of governments last week. In these tremendous efforts, representatives of energy business are our close partners. Many of the solutions, and especially concrete investments and arrangements, were enabled by a smooth mutual cooperation. Jointly, we have a huge responsibility to secure stable and cost-affordable flows of energy to Europe and restore well-functioning and resilience of the European energy market. At the same time, we are continuing to negotiate energy legislation from the Fit for 55 package that will help achieve energy independence and climate neutrality in the long term. In particular, we are seeking political agreement with the European Parliament on the Energy Efficiency Directive and on the promoting of renewable energy. The first trialogues on these took place last week. On the proposal on the regulation of gas markets and the energy performance of buildings, we would like to achieve a general approach. Let me say a few things related to cogeneration. Cogeneration is unquestionably the best way to produce energy through combustion with multiple benefits, the main being the primary energy savings compared to monoproduction. We are seeing a clear trend towards installation of small cogeneration units within district heating networks or outside of them. This not only brings benefits of primary energy savings in case it replaces only heating production facility, but this also potentially provides the higher flexibility for the power grid. Our district heating systems are robust, which is a major advantage, but we should also focus on the possible ways to modernize those systems. The role of cogeneration with regards to flexibility is also quite significant. We currently see quite an increase of the cost of balancing the grid, which is mainly connected with the surge of EU power prices. But it clearly shows the importance of flexibility for the affordable costs. I am glad to see that the first companies providing aggregation of flexibility are already appearing on the market. The optimistic pictures for cogeneration is currently partially darkened by the situation on the EU market and availability of natural gas. There is an acute issue in terms of reliance on the natural gas, since most of the small cogeneration technologies are engine-based and rely on natural gas. Europe is now facing acute infrastructure program with processing need to quickly redirect main flows of natural gas on the worldwide market, but we hope that in the midterm the natural gas would still play its role. Dear colleagues, thank you for your attention and let me wish you a successful event.